It is QB1 reveal season. All over the country, you're seeing the social media graphics go up. You're seeing coaches talk about it in press conferences. And one of the main places we were watching most closely was Texas A&M down there in College Station. I used to work at that local affiliate, KBTX, so shout out KBTX. But they love their Aggies down there. And you don't have to have lived in College Station to know that. And obviously, with all of the money they paid Jimbo, all the things they've done recruiting-wise, there's a lot of excitement around College Station right now, around their Aggies. And that excitement is only going to continue to climb as they named Haynes King their starting quarterback. So this is what that says to me. Haynes King, who beat out Max Johnson, the LSU transfer, who in some ways was the higher floor option, Haynes King must have done enough in fall camp to give this staff confidence that he is going to be a good decision maker and take care of the football. Because that's always been my knock on Haynes King. And again, it's a small sample size. You can talk about how fair or unfair it is. I'm not really here to talk about that. But in a small sample size, turnovers have been a thing for him dating back to high school. And so with all the pieces you have on this offense, Devon Achane, Evan Stewart is allegedly him. Aniyah Smith is a playmaker of elite caliber. Of all of the weapons you have on this offense, if you have somebody driving the car that's going to crash, who's going to turn the ball over, well, then you have issues. So with that being said, again, Haynes King must have put enough positive things on tape in fall camp to give Jimbo Fisher enough confidence to say, no, this is the guy that gives us the best chance to win. Now, the excitement with him is he is a freakish athlete. Like, your quarterback may be the best athlete on the field. And that's, again, with Evan Stewart on the field, with Devon Achane, who's a NCAA world-class sprinter. Like Devon Achane is scary fast. And he says, hey, when we're doing sprints, yeah, I'm winning most of the sprints if I'm Devon Achane, but I'm looking next to me, and Haynes King is right in my hip pocket. Like, dude is real deal fast. One of the top 3 times on the catapult, which is sort of a device that tracks your real-time speed during practice and games. They had him tracked as, I think it was 22 miles per hour. He was top 3 on the team in terms of speed during the spring session for A&M. So all that's to say, you have a whole new element with this offense of what he brings to the table running the football. Now, as a defense, yes, you have to prepare for these freak show wide receivers. You have to prepare for A-Chain. You have to prepare for what they're going to do vertically throwing the football. However, you also have to prepare for a quarterback that if you don't fill your assignment correctly, if you rotate too far over as that linebacker, as that safety, and you get caught running with the flow too much and that quarterback pulls it, well, you don't get to recover and try and flick back and make that tackle because he's already 10 yards downfield and probably close to the end zone. So that element for Texas A&M makes them even more dangerous. It makes A&M dangerous. It makes this team a force to be reckoned with on the national landscape if it works. It's a very big if. If this works in the way that I think A&M is planning on it working, they're going to be a force nationally. And Desmond Howard on College Game Day came out and said, yep, I got A&M in my playoff. And everyone at home on Twitter is tweeting about it and saying, oh, that's so crazy. Desmond Howard has them in the playoff. That's crazy. Then he says, I have Texas A&M winning my national championship. We're not here to talk about that. But I think it just says, okay, you got someone in the national spotlight on one of the biggest stages in college football national media in an institution that is College Game Day, and he picks A&M. Also, should be noted, he didn't, to my understanding, have insight as to who the starting quarterback was going to be. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, there are so many pieces on this team at Texas A&M. Haynes King is driving a Ferrari. You look at the defense. Defense is going to keep him in every single game. Can Haynes King be the reason why they win games? Even more so, can he be the reason why they don't lose games? Can he keep from being that guy that makes the crucial turnover in the fourth quarter? Can he keep him on schedule? Can you get the ball to the playmakers? Those are things that I'm watching for Haynes King. Because with his history of turnovers, yes, he's the guy that you're going with going forward, but I say this with other quarterback battles as well. Is it, okay, yes, you're our starting quarterback, and we're going to stick with you through the ups and the downs? Or is it, you're our starting quarterback for game 1, don't crash the car, kid. We got two other guys that we feel pretty good about as well, with Max Johnson and Connor Wegman, who's nipping at those guys' heels. And Max Johnson and Haynes King is Connor Wegman. I mean, guy that they feel really excited about going forward is the future in College Station. Because if you turn the ball over a lot at the quarterback position, especially with the ceiling that A&M has, I don't get the sense that Jimbo's going to put up with that. And if he does, he's not going to put up with it for very long. Haynes King can't be the reason why they lose football games. But again, going back to what he brings to the table, I think he's the reason, I think his high ceiling is the reason with why you play him game one. So we'll see what happens. They're going to have a little bit of a test with Miami in game 3 at home. That's, I think, where we find out a lot about Haynes King and what he has under the hood. So Haynes King is quarterback 1 at Texas A&M. A decision has been made by Jimbo Fisher in College Station. We're going to see what happens, but dude is a freak athlete. A&M has got some juice now at the quarterback position. Excited about that. I mean, A&M is a team that we've talked about for a long time as being so close. Vegas has them at 8.5 wins. I have them at 8-4 and got a lot of heat for that. I still think they're probably a year away. But if Haynes King is that dude, like if you hit on quarterback at Haynes King, sky's the limit for A&M because they got pieces all over the place, as we've said ad nauseum now. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.